Okay, the first equation, 3x minus 2y equals negative 16, and you're supposed to write this in slope-intercept form. And you did really great. The only thing that you did wrong here is that negative 16 divided by negative 2 is positive 8, which you have right here, but you wrote it as negative 8 over here, so that should have been positive 8. The second question, write this in slope-intercept form, so we want it in y equals mx plus b form. The first thing you did was subtract 13 from both sides. That was good. So you ended up with negative 11y equals negative 13x minus 12. But right here, it looks like you subtracted. And you're multiplying y times negative 11, so you want to divide by negative 11. So you're going to divide this by negative 11 and divide this by negative 11. So you would have had y equals a negative 13 divided by negative 11. Negative divided by negative will be positive. And same thing, negative 12 divided by negative 11 would be positive. So what you did wrong here was subtract instead of divide. Okay, these you did really well on. You just didn't put them back in the correct form. It said write the equation of the line through the given point with the given slope. So you solved this equation for b, and you did this perfectly. B is equal to negative 5, and you also know that m is equal to 7. So all you needed to do here was take the equation y equals mx plus b, replacing m and b in the equation. Leave the x and y in there. So it would be y equals your slope, which was 7, times x, plus your y-intercept, which was negative 5. So we could rewrite this as y equals 7x minus 5. Okay, so you leave the y and the x in the equation, and you replace the m and the b. And that's the same thing on the next one. You did all the math right. You just didn't put it back in the equation. Okay, so for this one, you found out that b was 2. You did that correctly. You took the equation y equals mx plus b. You put the point in for x and y, and you put negative 1 in for the slope, and you solved it for b, which was correct. Now you need to go back to this equation, y equals, and in place of m, you're going to put your slope, times x plus b, which was 2. So you have an equation that still has x and y in it, and you replaced your slope and your y-intercept. You could simplify that, negative x plus 2. Okay, write the point-slope form of the equation of the line described. And perpendicular slopes are opposite reciprocals, and parallel slopes are the same. Good. So Let's see how you did. B equals 14. You did that correctly. And your slope, which you knew right here, your slope is the same slope as this line that's parallel to our line, so it's -3. So our slope is going to be -3, and our y-intercept, which is b, is going to be 14. So your equation is going to be y equals your slope times x plus b. So you had all the math done right. You just got to put it into the equation. And I think that's where your confusion is. You're doing the math right here. B equals 10. That's what I got. Parallel to this line, so this is your slope. So you took your slope, you plugged in your x and y, and you solved for b, and you got 10. So you know that b equals 10, and you know that m equals 7/3. Now plug it into the equation. Y equals your slope times x plus your b. Slope was 10. B was, no, I get that backwards. Slope is 7/3. And your y-intercept was 10. And that's it.